Alystar here. I'm here with a new Christmas video especially for kids. And kids, if you're wondering what I'm here to teach you today, it's Santa's favorite Christmas treats. Did you say milk and cookies? You're right. So let's get started. Now to prepare our buttery Christmas cookies. For this you'll need 3 dry ingredients and 3 wet ingredients. We'll mix them together to form a dough. Now this dough we'll put in the fridge to cool for 2 hours. Once that's done, when it's chilled and ready, we'll roll it out. Then, using your favorite cookie cutters, cut them into cookies. Now these cookies we'll keep to bake. Once it's baked, we'll frost them. I'll teach you how to do that, and I'll also teach you how to hang it on the Christmas tree so Santa can enjoy his favorite treats right from the Christmas tree and also have his hot chocolate which he loves. Before we begin prepping the dough, I would just like to tell you that the recipe for this is in the description box below. Do check it out. Now to prepare our dough, I'll be putting in our dry ingredients into the sieve. For this I'm adding 1 cup of Maida or all-purpose flour. Put this in. To that I'll be adding 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt. This I'll sift well in a bowl. Once that's done, I'll keep this aside. Now for the wet ingredients, I'm adding in 1/2 cup of melted butter, to this I'll be adding in 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. Now though this is dry ingredient, it needs to be added into the wet ingredients, so this will go in 1/4 cup of powdered sugar and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Now we'll mix this together well. Once that's done, we'll add in our dry ingredients in 2 parts. So, half of it, mix it well. You can see it's forming a slight dough. And the remaining, put it in. Put in this last part and you can knead it a bit into a dough, as you can see. It's becoming a cookie dough consistency. Once that's done, form it into a dough. Now, this is our dough. We'll keep it on a plate with a cellophane sheet on it. Cover it like so. And keep it in the fridge to chill for 2 hours. To make our cookies, first we'll have to pluck a small lump of dough. Roll it. So you get a ball. Press it on your board. Add a little all-purpose flour. Roll it out. Mix it. Roll it out into a small circle. Then, using your cookie cutter, press and cut. Shake it a bit. Remove your cookie cutter. Remove the excess. Keep it back in the plate. So you've got one cookie like so. Using a straw, make a hole on top. This will make it easy for us to hang on the Christmas tree later. This we'll have to place on our baking tray to be baked. You can do it the rest of the dough similarly. Take a lump of dough, roll it, make it a round ball, place it on the board, press it slightly, take a bit of all-purpose flour, sprinkle, dab it, dab it. Now use your rolling pin to roll like so. Don't roll too much, it might become too thick, too thin. So there, take a different cookie cutter, cut, shake, remove the excess, make a hole on top, place it to bake. Now, if you're making bigger cookies, it's easier to hang on the tree. So if you're going to make a big cookie, take a large lump of dough, roll it into a smooth ball, place it on the center of your board, press lightly, sprinkle some all-purpose flour all around. On the other side too. Use your rolling pin, roll in one direction so that there are no cracks. There will be a few, but that's okay. Make sure there are the least amount of cracks. Now, using a big cookie cutter, cut in the center, shake, remove the excess dough, place it in your plate, lift the cutter gently, keep it aside. Using a straw, make a hole right on top, lift and place on your tray to bake. If you use bigger cookies, it's easier to handle while putting it on the Christmas tree. Now the oven has been preheated at 180 degrees Celsius. We'll keep our cookies in the oven to bake for 10 minutes, and if it's not well done yet, we'll reset our timer to another 5 minutes or so. Santa's cookies must be presented well, so let's start decorating them. Let's watch the process of preparing the icing and frosting the cookies. The ingredients for this are 1 cup of sifted icing sugar, 1 tablespoon of whole milk, 1 tablespoon of corn syrup, and a few toothpicks. The method for this is Mix the sifted icing sugar with 1 tablespoon of milk and 1 tablespoon of corn syrup. Stir until the icing sugar is smoothly blended. You can add a bit of milk in case it's too thick to get it to the right consistency. Make sure you don't add too much milk, because if the frosting becomes runny, it will not hold on the cookie in a thick enough layer. It should form a dropping consistency as shown in the video, like so. This is the perfect consistency. This is how we frost the cookies. With a teaspoon, just lift a quarter of a teaspoon of the frosting and drop it in the center of the cookie. Like so. And with a toothpick, gently pull the icing to the sides. Make sure that the icing is not pulled to the edge of the cookie, because then it will flow down and not stay in a neat layer. Once that's done, carefully pull the icing around the hole in the cookie. Next, drop a few colorful sprinkles on the frosted cookies. Let them dry for a couple of hours after sprinkling the sprinkles on the cookie. Once they are completely dried, you can run a string or a ribbon through the hole, tie it in a bow, and hang the cookies on your Christmas tree like so. This is how you pass a string through your cookie. So you pass it through, tie it once, then tie again so it's sturdy. Lastly, tie slightly on top, leaving a gap so you can hang it. This is a little tricky, so you'll probably need your mommy or daddy to help you with it. Now you can decorate it on your tree the way I have on my left. So kids, let's start making Santa's hot chocolate. You'll have to do this just before bed so that it's warm and ready for Santa. For this you will need 1 cup of warm whole milk, 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, 1 small packet of milk chocolate. I'm using dairy milk chocolate here. You can use anything that you have. And to top it off, some twist marshmallows. Any marshmallows will be fine. I'm using twist marshmallows. So let's begin. First we'll pour half of our milk into our Christmas cup. Slowly. Once it's half filled, we'll add in our cocoa powder and granulated sugar. This we'll stir till the cocoa is well incorporated in the milk. Once that's fully incorporated, we'll put in the remaining milk, stir it well. We'll top it off with some chocolate and a few pieces of marshmallow to give it a color. So this is your yummy hot chocolate. Before I end this video, I would like to let you know that there is a very interesting story behind this tradition of hanging cookies on a Christmas tree. I got this information from a website called magnoliahotels.com. I will leave the link in the description for you to check out the whole story about Christmas. I will only be reading out a bit of the story which I feel is relevant to this video. So here goes. One belief is that the milk and cookie tradition is directly related to the history of the Christmas tree. In Germany, people created paradise trees, which were trees decorated with apples, cookies and wafers. Santa would often snack on these edible decorations. Over time, the paradise tree merged with Christian traditions and became the version of the tree we know today as the Christmas tree. The decorations modernized, but the idea of leaving snacks for Santa lingered. I hope you liked my video. I would like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye!